Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. There we go. Okay. Welcome back, everyone, to the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. All right. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I'm here to do a reading for you today. We're going to be working with the archetype deck, which is it's always kind of abstract, but I really like it. Okay. So make sure you're familiar with my legal disclaimer. All right. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes gatekeeping, shadow banning, plagiarism, and copywriting of my messages. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted by the Most High God. So do not steal, and in the physical, because I'm talking about it. But yeah, don't steal messages from God and the Holy Spirit. Okay, now we're going to go into the prayer. I want these to be as short as possible, but sometimes people are new and they just have to hear it over and over again before they understand. So yeah, if you have a pendulum, that's one way you can get yes and no answers from your higher self. And if you know muscle testing, that's another way. Also, anybody who is a mother, happy Mother's Day if you're watching this and it's in real time. And then if you're watching this beyond the fact, there could just be a message about your mother or about, something to do with mothering. Okay. So we're also going to talk about, thank you for reminding me, Lilith. We're also going to talk about the 5-5 portal, which is coming up tomorrow. Going to be very, very big energy. Okay. So it's going to be really important for you guys to just stay aware of what you're thinking and what you're believing and where your energy is tomorrow. Okay. Because there's a mass ascension that's going to happen. So now we're going to do the prayer. Okay. I ask God to give us the grace, the light of God, the glory of God, and the heavenly host armies for this reading for every other. Please continue to order our steps when dealing with anything in the psychic realm. I also ask that I invoke the angels of the Sword of Solomon and the Sword of Moses into the 4 directions for safety and protection. I also ask that the Most High God please return all evil and block out anyone or anything that will try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. I ask now as I call upon God's favor to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on the earth. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers. And thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. Okay. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. I'm seeing the flame on the bottom. Okay, let's see. The river. The river, it's very much Oshun energy. I think it's interesting that there's a horse, there's a horse that way. But selkies are horse-like creatures that exist in the water. Somebody may have a selkie that is like a protector, like a mythological, yeah, mythological. It's definitely a very protective energy. Also, you could be holding the energy of the river within you. You could be somebody that brings enlightenment to other people. Water to me represents spirit, and it's something that's very cleansing as well. And so water, I look at time as being like water, the way that it flows is like water rather than linear. So the creator, look at this. This is you hand creating something, writing something, creating something. Also, mothers are creators. That's too many cards that just fell out. Mothers are creators. So happy Mother's Day if you are a mother. And if you're not a mother, either way, you're still a creator. Okay. The crone. See how she's holding that crow or raven? Probably a crow. So somebody's got some an older person, this could be a grandparent that is deceased. Somebody is protecting you from the other side. Well, they're protecting this creation energy that you're bringing into this world. It's kind of like what I'm seeing as the Ouroboros. You know, you see crows all the time. That's definitely a sign and message for you. When I see crows, I think about death. When I see ravens, I think about magic. And I think about Odin, actually, also. Yeah, and some of you are able to actually interpret the speech of other birds and animals. That's a big gift. Somebody's parent could be in the crone stage of their life. You know, there's maiden, mother, and crone. Hecate is a goddess that embodies all three of those aspects, but she doesn't like men. If you know about her, you know that she doesn't like men. All right, let's see what else comes forward. So I feel like you could be a water sign. You could be an Aquarius. I consider Aquariuses to be air and water because they're the water bearer. The nectar of life. Okay, this is going to get deep right here. So the thing about aging in reverse, there is a nectar that the pineal gland produces. Okay, it's called Amarta, Amita, Amata. It's basically like a nectar of the gods, but it's a secretion. And it's when you reach a certain, like your Kundalini and these other energies, they reach a certain height. And this energy goes up your spine, it goes into your pineal gland. And then, welcome everybody coming into the chat. And then it produces a nectar that then I call it like the fountain of youth. It exists within, and it goes down the spine and up the spine, awakening everything and giving renewal. So this nectar, it's also maybe called Soma or Mana or Amarta, Amata, Amita, something like that is what I'm here. I keep hearing. It's rejuvenation. The sword. You guys are extremely protected at this time. So some of you guys may be looking at manifestations that you've been creating that are going to bring about a lot of wealth and richness in your later years. So I don't know what, okay, I think that my Kundalini's been awakened, but I couldn't tell you for sure what that is, right? Like what it felt like or whatever. I know at one point I was seeing snakes everywhere, like fifth dimensional snakes, but that's because people were doing spells on me. So that went away after I cleared that. But yeah. Also, you guys may be creating something right now that's going to like benefit you in the future. Kairos, the eye of Kairos of Egypt. So somebody's got ancient Egyptian protection. That came out yesterday as well, with Ra being like a center focus. I'm definitely seeing the eye of Ra here, protection from evil eye, and the sword that you guys are being protected. You know, it takes quite a bit. Like, this is why I would never mess with an older person, because first of all, it's just messed up. But secondly, these older energies, they're alive still for a reason. So like, they ain't nothing to mess with. You know what I mean? I also feel like some of you could be going on an adventure, getting ready to explore a different part of yourself or a different part of life. Thanatos, Kairos to Thanatos. Okay, there is something about being tied into the pyramids here. Definitely. Well, Thanatos is Thanos, just to let y'all know. They literally, in Marvel Comics, the Thanos is just more catchy than Thanatos, because Thanatos is the angel of death. I feel like some of you guys may be like endless spirits. Okay, the endless are like Thanatos, which is death. They're like greed, lust, despair, power. They're like different things like that. So some of you could have a core energy that you're creating, This energy is going to protect you throughout your entire life as you go into the stage of the crone, or whatever the masculine is of the crone as well. Also, your mothers could be in crone stage right now. And this pyramid energy is helping somebody ascend. It's helping them transmute this death energy. Again, I would consider Thanatos to be a benevolent death deity, like how he just snapped his fingers in the infinity gloves and like the people disappeared. That's a pretty benevolent way to unalive somebody. It's not like cutting their head off or some other stuff. So again, the empty room. This is about emptying everything inside of you at this time, because as you move forward as a creator, you're going to not want to take these old situations with you, basically. Also, I'm getting a bit of like mystery. Yes, struggling. Yes, definitely struggling to that. This is about emptying, because if you are feeling like you can't let go of something, or that you're worrying about something to the point where it is to your detriment. Anytime you worry, you suffer twice. Have you ever heard that? When you worry and stress about something, you suffer twice, because you suffer the first time while you're worrying, and then you suffer the second time when it actually happens. So I feel like you may have knowledge about death and life and rebirth. And so you're being asked to empty yourself of all of your old belief systems and old ways of thinking. The mountain. Mountains are very sacred and holy places. I really feel like it could even take you going on a little hike or going to a mountain energy and doing a grounding ritual there to empty yourself of the old. It's extremely powerful. And when you do one of those rituals and you either light a fire, or you just, ground your energy into the mountain and you use that mountain for protection, each mountain has a spirit, right? And their mountains are also associated with spirituality. So there may be a spiritual mountain close to you that you could have access to. Taking even a little bit of dirt from that mountain, putting it in a vial and carrying it on you would be a very powerful form of protection, because you'd be carrying, in essence, that sacred mountain. Yes, definitely suffering more in the imagination than in reality. But yeah, you could take a little bit of that mountain dirt, put it in your pocket, and it'll protect you. I'm also getting a few other things you could do with this dirt, like putting it over your doormat and it'll make bad people go away. It's just very, very protected, whatever this mountain range is. Yeah, you guys are stepping into the energy of being like the queen, like being the ruler of your own life. Now, the queen could be a mother. The queen is almost always a mother, because usually she's got to have a son that can take succession, right? So literally, you could have been royal in another lifetime and been a queen that had children, or been the child of a queen. The comic, I feel like you guys do have this beautiful part of your personality that is lighthearted and it's funny, and it makes you very likable. It makes you very likable, especially because you do carry the energy of Thanatos. Now, Thanos is currently ruling Mars. So if Elon Musk wants to go there, he's going to have to negotiate with Thanos. And I don't see that going very well. So anyways, but yeah. The energy of Mars is very closely entangled with your energy, for sure. Also, I feel like you guys may be coming up with new ways to surprise yourself and to surprise other people. The stone. So that it may benefit you to carry a crystal, or to wear a crystal, or to bless a stone. Because again, you may even find a stone going up this mountain. There's something sacred about this mountain that exists by you guys. It's almost like an initiation in a sense. The mountain can also represent something that you have to climb over, like an obstacle, but I'm seeing it more of a sacred place. See, the bridge. This is what is going to connect your energy to where you want to be. I'm getting a timeline jump happening here. And it may be that to time travel or to time jump, you need to have a crystal or a stone on you. This is a specific type of stone. It may be different to each person, but yeah. The stone is what creates the bridge to the other time frame. So it's basically, it may be crystals that help people get to the new earth. The ring, this crystal could come in the form of a ring, or you could put this crystal into a ring. But I am getting, you know, like from the Wheel of Time, if you've ever seen that that TV show, they have these Aes Sedai rings that are like, look exactly like this, and they have a gemstone in them, and they're like really, really powerful. The heart, like I said, oh, that was the other reading. So your guys' hearts are opening up at this time, and you're accepting in new offers. This is like new offers from the universe, but it's also new covenants and bonds with yourself and with the Most High. I feel like everything that you need exists within, and you're gonna find the majority of what, yeah, the Wheel of Time is so great. You're gonna find the majority of what you want and need within your own heart, because everything that you're feeling like you needed from your mother, from a parent, or from somebody else, you have that within yourself, and you have the ability to give that to yourself. Now, I definitely am picking up that tomorrow you guys may be feeling kind of dizzy or nauseated, because tomorrow is the 5-5 portal. You guys may be releasing a lot of energies. Good. In shadow work relay class. Awesome. Yeah, you guys may be like literally shedding a bunch of energies and a bunch of weight on things that really didn't serve you in the past, things that you just can't carry into the new earth, right? But the Lover, look at, I've never pulled this card before out of this deck. I've never pulled the Lover. That is so beautiful. You guys, one of your spirit animals is definitely a swan. And I'm getting for you guys that it may be a black swan. That's your spirit guide or your spirit animal. So yeah, the Lover, this is definitely beautiful. The heart and the Lover, you are the Lover. I feel like there's a lot of people that are attracted to you guys at this time. The ocean, you guys could be very connected to the ocean. You guys could be literally connected to the aliens that live in the ocean or underneath it. And then also I'm picking up the same thing. If you were to gather seashells at the ocean, or if you were to take sand from the ocean and carry it with you, it's going to provide you a level of protection and cloaking that other people just don't have. So yeah, you could be called to like go meditate at the ocean, go walk by the beach, and you could literally be called to different oceans. The poet, this brings out the poet in you, the part of you that's expressive and beautiful and tapped into your own wellspring of joy. I feel like the ocean could be something that inspires you and aligns you with the Lover. You may end up writing love poetry in the future, kind of like Rumi. I would consider a black swan to be something of good luck and beauty and attractiveness and dark divine feminine. That's what I would consider black swan to be. Yes, yeah, definitely letting go of any type of resentment or anything that you're feeling towards yourself. When you let go of that, it becomes so much easier to forgive other people. The desert may be another place that you find solace, that you find just like inspiration from. You know, these people that try to mess with you and your family, all it takes is going into nature to cut their direct connection. The kiss. I always tell people kissing an empress breaks the spell. I get with the desert energy that it could be like a drought or something, like somebody could be feeling like they're having, some type of spiritual drought. The kiss, this is definitely a love relationship coming into being. I'm also saying somebody may end up falling in love with a mermaid. Wow. And end up writing like life-changing poetry off of that. There's always going to be those people that fall in love with mermaids. The forest. I love that. See that little camping tent? So you guys are definitely going to go camping this summer. And you may go camping with this lover energy. It may be this lover energy that ends up taking you to the ocean and inspires you to write poetry and takes you to the desert. Okay. Ooh. Apocalypsis and gnosis came out at the same time. So there may be some Gnosticism within you. And this could be in relation to the apocalypse and the end of the world. You could figure out a pattern or something like that. You could be figuring out some type of pattern that this world has to fulfill that. Yes. Yes. Xander from Buffy the other day. Yes, absolutely. The guy. He's kind of handsome. So yeah, this Gnosticism about the apocalypse, this is about you realizing that the apocalypse is a transformation and it's an ending, but it's like a beginning as well. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. It's an ending. What does this say? The dead end. Like, yo, I had no idea it was going to say that because I've never pulled the dead end before. So again, this apocalypse seems like it's a dead end, but it's actually, every ending is a beginning. The prayer, it's your prayer that saves the world in the end, in the last battle, the end day, the end of times. This prayer could very well be that this transition into the new earth, this 5/5 portal, that you transition into a higher timeline, the flame, that you go towards the black flame of, enlightenment, awakening. I'll say the black flame of Lucifer, which is the flame that guides you to enlightenment. Aletheia, this is the black flame of truth. It basically, when you use this flame of enlightenment, it's a flame that's on top of Baphomet's head. What it does is it transmutes all of the shadow work back into light. Literally, the flame just consumes it all. Aletheia is the Greek goddess of truth. See how it's like you can see truth one of two ways? And everything's always objective anyways. So it's like the objective truth, because your truth could be different than my truth. My truth could be different than somebody else's truth. All of our truths could be different. And then there could be truths that are the same. That's why it's objective. The judge, that's what I'm saying. You're going to be able to judge other people in other situations by this truth because you have this inner flame within you. This would be the rune Kanaz. The tear. I'm not even kidding. Every tear that you guys have cried over any type of situation that was involving your love life, your money, that those were all spiritual libations. People are up under judgment because they made you cry. Like that's, never make an earth angel cry. The hunter, these people that were hunting you, effed around and found out, and now they're getting hunted back by something that's on horseback. The castle. This is because literally you are a castle and you have a castle. Wherever you live, somebody's seeing it as like a threat. I don't know why that keeps coming up in the readings. It's such a dumb message. Because it doesn't really matter how this person feels about it. The warrior, you're a warrior. These people underestimated the fact that you are a spiritual warrior. Says the warrior. And that's you. The self, the warrior, the self, this is you. You are a warrior. You can fight any type of battle and you know how to win. The mask. These people were wearing a mask. You could have been dealing with somebody the majority of your lifetime that was wearing a mask. That wasn't really sad when you were going through something. You could have felt like this cave energy, just like having to crawl inside yourself and just having to shelter yourself. Yeah. Yeah. The siren. This is what I'm saying. Your connection to the ocean. I said already, somebody may end up falling in love with a mermaid. You could be that mermaid. You could end up having such the shaman, the mermaid shaman. Well, now you guys know mermaid shaman. Oh, also the warrior and mermaid shaman. The eternal child. This is what I'm saying. You guys are a child of the Most High God. Everyone is. Everyone is. And then, but some people do not act accordingly. They reject their father, their creator, their mother, whatever. But yeah, the eternal child. This is how you tap into eternal youth, is through this eternal child energy. Knowing that wisdom, the fault line, like I said, there is going to be something that splits this earth into two, and it's going to be like an actual positive thing. People are calling it the apocalypse, but it's, it's going to make a separation, a gape, a big separation between the old earth, and the new earth. It's just going to be a dimensional or an energy shift. And the people in the new earth are going to be able to observe the old earth, but looking like through into, kind of looking just through a veil of some type. The maiden. So yeah, you guys could be literally going back from crone energy back into maiden. I feel like there's a lot of people right now that are in all three energies, just like how Hecate showed me that she can be all three at once. You have the wisdom from all three stages, maiden, mother, and crone. The mystic. You guys are mystics. Also, somebody has a connection to moths. The underworld. See, you also have a connection to the underworld. This is why people should not play with you. And they keep going to the underworld, trying to get you orphaned, okay? Thinking that the dead don't have power over the living. I'm sorry, they don't. And, you are a vessel of the Most High God. These people were making offerings. They wanted you to be the offering that they offered up. These shapeshifter people that are filled up with venom. They know that you're the one because you're starborn and that you are the sustainer. That's why people are looking at you like you're supposed to be the power source to them. And literally the mirror, they're trying to mirror and reflect in their own lives basically what you are in your life, right? These people are kind of desperate. They just want to be like you, copy you, act like you. Eros, the god of love. So again, these people want this love union that has already been destined to come into, they definitely want this love union. That's going to be coming your way. This is part of your life, though. They can't have it. This is something this love union seed that you planted a long, like lifetimes ago. And now it's finally coming. It's all coming in. You know what I'm saying? The gem, like I said, tomorrow, make sure you have a crystal stone or gemstone in your pocket as you go through the 5-5 portal, or on your wrist, or in any type of way. Any stone is what I'm hearing. It's going to help you shift to this new vibration. The unseen, it's going to help you shift into the unseen. The unseen will be seen. You know what I'm saying? The womb. This is the womb of the world that we're talking about. The box is another name for womb, literally. But yeah, thinking outside of the box. Let's see what else. The threshold. So you guys are at a threshold right now where you're about to enter into a new vibration and a new way of living and a new level of happiness, a bigger level of happiness, because you have a vow with the Most High God to serve the Most High God. And literally the Most High God is going to destroy these other people that are trying to pull you down backwards. The mother, these people wanted to destroy the mother of the world. That's ridiculous. How are they going to do that? You have a vow to protect the mother, right? And this mother, each mother, every time that they have a child, they make an unbreakable vow with that child, basically. The anima mundi. A lot of mothers have acted from their primal nature in the past, but I feel like motherhood is going to change. It's going to transition, and it's going to be where there's a lot of people in the village, a lot of more energies that are going to be wanting to mother. What I was hearing was that some countries are having a decrease in people wanting to have children and stuff, and some countries are having an increase. And I feel like that being able to be a mother is a blessing. Okay, it may not be for everybody, but for you guys have, everybody has a mother, and everybody has that mothering aspect, that eternal womb aspect within themselves. And so we can literally, hey, welcome in, Leah, and welcome in, Shanu. We can literally mother ourselves, and then that really helps us to nurture ourselves, and to any, because again, we can't hold anything against our mother or anything like that, because they couldn't teach us anything that they didn't know. So anything that they didn't know that we still need to learn, we can learn from going within. But again, when you're the creator and you get to be a mother to somebody else, you go through such a time of such great learning. Like, you learn so much. Where is the box for this deck? Here it is. But yeah, you get to learn so much. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that my advice is helping you guys. I love hearing your feedback. So what other deck should we use? Okay. We're going to use the Thoth deck. I really like this deck. It just has a lot of different concepts. So let's check and see what is going to be happening with the 5/5 portal, what new energies are coming into play, and all that good stuff. I feel like you guys are about to go through an ascension, and it may seem, just drink lots of water. Make sure you're getting, make sure that you are getting lots of rest, and that you're drinking water, and that you're eating foods that align with your chakras. So, you know, you can look at a food, if like a red pepper, that would help with your root chakra, right? Okay, let's cut the deck, and then we'll see what we got here. Worry, you guys. Worry comes out. I bet each and all of you that have a question, that there is something that you guys are worrying about. That is so funny. You guys really don't have anything to worry about. Literally, I feel like everything's going to work out for your highest and best good, and stating everything is working out for me, and just continue to say that everything's working out for me. Everything is always working out for me, for my highest and best good, working out for me. Like, literally, everything is working out for me. Stop with the worrying. There's no need to worry. When you give it to God, you don't have to worry, because even no matter what happens, God's going to make it so that you get out fine, or you get away unscathed. So this worry is causing this indolence energy. Indolence has to do with being lazy and not wanting and feeling. I would say it's a combination of feeling lazy and not having courage to go towards what you want, because you could be worried about failure. Now, you're only going to fail if you give up. That's the only way that you guys are going to fail. Does that make sense? The devil. Don't let the devil trick you out of your spot. Don't let the devil make you feel like you can't do anything without this ridiculous influence, okay? Because the devil is sitting over here being lazy as shit, definitely worried and tripping on you guys getting free, right? Yeah. So if this is how you guys are spending your day, it's causing you to procrastinate. And this procrastination is causing even more worry. So it's like worried about the outcome and worried that if you do something, you're going to negatively affect the outcome. Um, Everything's going to be okay as long as you don't engage in this devil energy. Ace of Wands. Yeah. You have a big power within you and you've got a lot of passion. So I feel like, you guys are very passionate people. And I would just say that all of this worry is of the devil. Because like I said, it's causing you to suffer twice when you really are not, you're not meant to suffer. It's not in your Akashic records, right? Also, somebody else is very worried that they're not going to be able to get past this Ace of Wands energy that you have. Good. See, you've been moving like a rocket. That's amazing. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. So yeah, this devil energy is worried that it won't be able to get past your Ace of Wands. And this devil energy wants to be satiated. See, there is something about you, what you're going to create that's going to bring about satiation for yourself and other people. This could be some type of somatic release, like developing a way to release emotions or thoughts and beliefs or something like that. Or maybe you just have your own techniques. But I feel like God always has your back. You're always going to, yeah, like a phoenix holding a woman taking flight. Yeah, you're always going to be supported. You're always going to be satiated. Whatever you want, you will get. That is like literally what's written in your book of life. So as far as worry goes, worry's the only thing that's working against you. And that's why it's associated with the devil energy. It's basically futile to worry because it's going to work out for your highest and best good anyways. You know what I mean? It's also futile for the devil to worry because you've already defeated the devil. If the devil's worried and has been slacking and has been lazy, then trust me, you're doing something right. The Magus, exactly. You know that you can create what you want and that you're here to be a magician and that you've mastered how to bring pleasure into your own life. Oh my gosh, I got to turn on the fan. It all of a sudden got like so hot. It's like once it gets a certain time of the day, then it just literally gets really hot in here. Yeah, these people, this devil energy thought that you guys were going to sacrifice yourselves, and you're not. You're not doing that. You're not reacting. See, they wanted your power. This is all about the magical power that you have. They definitely wanted this. Somebody may want to look at where the Lilith moon is either rising or ascending in their chart, because there's a hidden power within the birth chart. Lust, literally. This lust energy was supposed to entrap you or ensnare you or whatever, right? But it didn't do that. It's basically futile to even try to manipulate you through lust because you're more powerful than that. There could be the endless of lust that's like looking at you and is like, why can I not affect that person? It's like, because God, why can I not affect that person? Why can I not interfere with that person? I'm not kidding. The devil is wondering, why can I not interfere with you? And it's because you have God within you. That's why this devil energy cannot interfere with your life. Just because you continue to love yourself, which is beautiful, you guys. King of Cups energy, very compassionate. This could be a Cancer. You could be a Cancer, or you could know somebody that's a Cancer, but this King of Cups energy is somebody that's got overflowing love for the universe. Yes. That's exactly it. It's like, lust gets put on the back burner when you have this other stuff going on. Especially when you know it's coming from the devil. Adjustment. Yeah, you've been, gently adjusting your energy. I don't think I've ever seen the adjustment card before. So tomorrow is going to be an adjustment that happens with your power. But it's going to be a really good adjustment. A victorious adjustment. To where maybe you had felt defeated before, you're not going to be defeated again. Queen of Wands. You could have had somebody that was competing with you for your own destiny. I'm always going to tell people to follow their own hearts, don't copy somebody else. I don't know why you guys attract so many copycats, but you know, this Queen of Wands could be an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But this person wants to compete with you pretty bad. I mean, for what? I'm not for sure. Because again, when people compete with you for stuff, this could be about a man. This could be about a man. Wealth. Okay, it's for wealth. Never mind. Could be about a man and it could be for wealth. So I'm going to put this Queen of Wands up here because I feel like she's an opposing factor. Yeah, this woman is in the tower, yo. First of all, she's in the tower for the lust. That's one reason. She's in the tower for the devil, and she's in the tower for trying to compete with you for your own destiny. This wealth that's insured to you, this is coming from the Most High God. This is not something that somebody can swoop in and steal. But they thought that they could. Princess of Swords. Like I said, you are like a princess of the Most High God, and God has given you instruction on how to protect yourself and cleanse your energy so that these people don't ever get a victory over you. And they never will. Prince of Swords. Exactly. You know how to defend yourself. And you also have somebody in the spirit fighting for you as well that's going to protect this wealth. All of this spiritual inheritance that's coming to you, nobody's going to be able to stop it from happening. They're only going to be able to look and be like, wow. Prince of Cups. Exactly. This love that comes from the universe. This could be, somebody coming from a chariot and shape-shifting into a person, shape-shifting into a man, and then wanting to date you. I mean, that's weird, but whatever. You may have multiple higher dimensional beings that want to date you. That's funny. What I say, love. They want to date you. They love you. They love you guys. That's cute, though. So you guys are getting attention of the gods or aliens, whatever you want to call them. Ace of Cups. This is overwhelming love. This is love that comes from the universe. It's also the Holy Spirit as well. So yeah, you are loved by the Holy Spirit so much and by the divine realm. That's why you don't need to worry. It's this devil energy that needs to worry. Yeah, you guys are doing the good works. This is called works, the good works of the Lord. And literally, the more people that you connect with and you help, the more you heal yourself. And this person's jealous of that. That's why they're in the tower. They want that special healing energy that you have. And I just heard watch. They want to watch you complete these works so that they can try to copy them. But again, it's not going to work. This is an Ace of Swords, protection from the universe. These works are protected by the universe. These miracles that you've done, all of these good deeds, they're protected by the universe. Nobody's going to steal that away from you. And I don't know why anybody would try to, but again, whoever's trying to compete with you is like low vibing and strange. They're definitely under the influence of the devil. Yeah, this is tomorrow, 5/5 portal, it's going to be a lot about change. So, in the future, if you're watching this in the future, you may want to look back to whatever you were doing or whatever was happening around this time and pay attention to that, because it could be really important about where you end up going in the future, right? I feel like you guys are learning to be not so sensitive to what other people say. Yeah, these people are going to be very disappointed. They're going to be so disappointed. They already are in this change and transformation that you have. Wow. Wow, that's awesome that you guys are seeing signs. I love that. I love that you guys are getting the messages. And it's just more confirmation that you don't need to worry. This energy doesn't have a head. Oh, look at this art coming out. So there is something you're creating or you're doing that, or maybe you're an actress or an actor and you don't even know. There is something here with the arts. I'm really loving that. There's going to be a change and an influence on your art. That's really cool. These people have treated you cruel. They've been just very sadistic, this devil energy. So they're really worried because you're still able to create, you're still able to manifest, and it freaks this devil energy out because they've done in their mind everything to slow you down or block you or to make you look like you're this lustful type of person, Princess of Cups. Somebody could say that you grew up with a silver spoon, and I don't feel like that's true. Silver spoon means you were basically grown up in like royalty or really, really rich conditions that you had a silver spoon put in your mouth. Anyways. And so what? Even if you did grow up that way, like, what does that have to do with anything? These people just want something to argue about, and you're not really giving them anything that they can say that anybody will pay attention to. They're basically defeated. Their own cruelty defeated this person that was competing with you. That's ridiculous. And because you're over here in peace, living your life in peace, not bothering anybody. That's why I'm literally getting that this person's going to jail or they're going to hell. One of maybe they're both. It could be both. The Fool, because they were so foolish, you defeated this Fool energy. And the Fool's not a negative card, but it's definitely being unaware of something. Prudence. These people could say that because you don't want to engage in their devilment and their lust and their debauchery and crap, that you're prudent. But I don't, so what if you are? Maybe you just don't want to lay down with demons. I'm sorry, but that's, I would never expect anybody to want to lay down with some devil or get in alignment with death. Like, no. Okay. You're completing a cycle here, and there's nothing that these people can do about it. This is the new aeon that you're ushering in with this portal that happens tomorrow. You're bringing in a new world, and this other energy is foolish to think that they can do anything at all. They want to make a truce with you. I would not negotiate with terrorists, to be quite honest. These people are spiritual terrorists. So, yeah. Yeah, they're going to continue to be in strife, these people. They're not going to be able to throw that energy on you or siphon air energy or do anything of that sort. Okay. You're going to, like I said, luxury. These people are trying to literally argue with the universe that you should not be living a life of luxury. No, this new aeon is bringing in a truce with whatever forces were coming against you, and you're going to live a life of luxury. That's what's written in the book of life for you, And that's why I said, who cares if you did have a silver spoon in your mouth? You are abundant. You are this abundance. You are the abundance. Like Lakshmi, she is the abundance, Luxury and abundance. That's what the new aeon has for you. This devil energy is upset. You also have the Prince of Wands watching over you. Very protective energy. The Knight of Swords, another protective energy. So this is protected. This is protected by multiple, like I'm getting archangels, and I'm also getting other types of light beings. So is there anything else that they need to know? Oh, that this devil energy, all of the strife it creates is going to lead it to ruin. And that's on this devil energy. They should not have, they're worried because they know that this person knows that they can't come back into your life. Yeah, they failed to see the destiny that and it's not biased, but it's like literally I am agreeing with that. But this person is somebody who will never agree with anything that's logical. And that's the part of them that's foolish, like just straight up foolish, because it's illogical to try to do this to somebody, to try to block their abundance and put limits on their finances. You're somebody that gets up every day with passion, with this Ace of Wands, with this passion and wanting, you're basically wanting your own life to be good. You wake up passionate about that. There's nothing anybody can do to cause you to create anything else. This is the completion of an aeon. And this devil energy, say goodbye to the Kali Yuga. It's done. This devil energy is in ruin now because that's what was prophesized for the end of the aeon. You know what I mean? How the last thing had the apocalypse. We're in that energy where this devil energy is losing big time. The Emperor. And you guys are stepping into your power. You're owning your own authority. You're ruling your own kingdom. Basically, you have your own world to take care of. And you know that as long as you stay in alignment with yourself and alignment with the higher power, excuse me, whatever you call that to be, that everything's going to be fine. It's this devil energy that is projecting a lot on you guys. They want you guys to worry and think that you're going to lose, because the only way that they can basically cause you to sabotage would be if they caused you to not believe in yourself and caused you to give up on yourself, right? And you're never going to do that. The Hermit. I just shuffled the cards because I saw the Hermit and I was like, so yeah, you know that going within is how you get to the gold, right? And basically, you know, you were in hermit mode for a minute. You're going to be coming out of hermit mode. And this other timeline, this other earth, this oppression, and this moon magic from this other earth, this is going back on these people like tenfold, because you're virtuous and you please the Most High God. You also are the strength that the world cannot match. And you've got this Ace of Discs. This is money coming into me, money coming into me. It's literally continual. What I just say, fortune. What I just say, good fortune, money. So when you ask what is coming to me, this transition, this humongous change, this release of whoever this person was and these people. I mean, this has caused you to catapult your ascension in such a major way by releasing these people that do not serve you. And literally, when you learn to be there for yourself and to mother yourself and nurture yourself, then you really don't need anything outside of yourself. I'm just here to help you or remind you to go within, because that's where it all exists, right? The Queen of Cups, that nurturing, mothering, beautiful energy, very intuitive, very psychic, very prophetic. This is Lilith right here. Every time I see that, that's Lilith or Lady Loki, either way. The Queen of Discs. This is somebody that masters their own emotions, that masters the way that they make money, that masters something. It could be a skill that you've mastered, but it's definite mastery. Okay, is there anything else that they need to know out of this deck? The High Priestess. Yeah. That you guys are the High Priestess. You can, you know how to go within. You can transmute the energy and you can access that power. These people are about to experience death because of the moon magic that they did. And I don't know how the moon is linked to death. You guys will have to let me know what you think about that. I'm not for sure how those two are linked together, but those cards come out quite often together with the moon and with death. I think that some type of moon magic, they try to use the moon to cause somebody to go insane, and then to have lunacy or whatever. But then when that doesn't work, they try to use the moon to do something else. Yeah, definitely doing research on it. These people are going to want to make a truce with you. I would say no. Like, you don't negotiate with demons. There's no need to. Just give it to God, because God is going to handle this situation for you. But I know that you guys were worried about it, because it's like, do I go to the past? Do I get back with this person? No, this Queen of Wands energy was very destructive to their own life and to everybody else's. So you definitely want to move forward on a clean slate. Make sure that you guys have a crystal in your pocket tomorrow. It's going to help with the ascension process. Make sure that you guys drink a lot of water, okay? All right. Also, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and yeah, know that God loves you and know that I love you. And happy Mother's Day, you guys. Make sure you send your mother a message, even if she's in heaven. Okay. All right. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, peace be with you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.